All right, show you how to tie a square knot. All right, so can you see the screen up here? All right, so you're going to take your two balloons and you're going to put them like this and just do a flip like that. Okay, that's the first part of it. All right. So when Connor was saying you go back the other way, what he means is we went this way the first time, and the second time you kind of go in the opposite direction, so you spin it around like that. And so you end up with something that looks like this. That's a square knot. Okay? Now, if you don't happen to go the opposite way the second time, like this, that's the opposite way. If you go this way, and it'll work, it's perfectly okay, then you know you don't have an actual square knot, you have a granny knot. A granny knot. Okay? But it'll still hold the balloons together. All right? You got that? Square knots are preferred, but they're not necessary. As long as it holds it together, it's really all that matters. Some people, though, will make the mistake of thinking, well, if I just twist it together enough, it'll stick. Well, then when they put the whole model together here in a minute, it doesn't stick anymore. Okay? So make sure you tighten a nice knot. Now, one of my balloons is running down here. That's not good. Sorry, guys. Hold your ears. Cover your ears. All right. Move off another balloon. So, let's see, those about the same size? Close enough. All right, so I'll show you what we're going to do here now. I'm going to tie these together. And then I'm going to show you how to label them. If you don't have a Sharpie or something, you can use my board markers. They work just as well. If you don't know how to tie balloons together, y'all just need to ask somebody who's already done it. Canary over here has got it, she's got it thick done. Don't have her do it for you now, just show her how. Okay, all right. So here are your balloons. Now look, what I said earlier in the drawing was this represents the way we normally think about orbitals, but in fact, the orbital itself, in reality, is just the top half of the balloon. So what we want to do is just simply draw a dotted line around the top half of the balloon, okay? And I'm not being very neat here on this one. I don't expect you to be particularly neat. Just draw it the best you can around the top half of the balloon. Having trouble there, Ty? Alright, so the top half is actually the orbital. So then we want to label it. So on the top half of the balloon, this is a p orbital. So I'm going to call this P. Alright? And this is also P. And since this is part of the same p orbital, okay, we need to represent where it is, or how we're going to represent this p orbital being different from the next one we're going to do. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to think about a Cartesian plane. Remember, a Cartesian plane has an x, a y-axis, and an x-axis, okay? Right? Well, we also need a third axis for 3 dimensions. So if it's x and y, what's the third axis going to be? Z. Okay? So one going up, one going side to side, and one going like this. You can label your sets in any one of those you want to. This can be x, this can be y, this can be z. I want to call it x, and I want to make a subscript x on that p. That's px. And so is this px, because it's on the same axis. Okay? See what I'm doing? And that's how you want to label yours. The second set we're going to do of a different color, this is one color, we're going to do a second set with a different color, would be py or pz. And the third set will be whichever one you haven't done so far. Okay, you got that? I want to give you a little piece of string to tie around your balloons, so you have something to carry it with if you want to. All right? Does everybody know how to tie a slip knot? All right, well, a slip knot's easy. You make a loop like this.
This reminds me of the SpongeBob episode.
And then you put a little loop through the slip knot like this. Okay? And just snug it down. Okay? Now then, whenever you take, you can make a kind of a lasso. Well, no, it's not a noose. Please, let's don't do that. Let's don't even call it that, okay? So there's your sort of lasso. And so you can lasso one balloon, snug it down to the middle, and you can carry it home with you, or carry it around with you, whatever, okay? Okay, so if you'll pay attention, I'll show you how we're going to put these together. We made a PZ, okay, which is a double balloon set. I'm out PX. This is my PY. Yours doesn't have to be the same color, be any color you want to. Double balloon set, okay? With that dotted line around the center to show where the actual orbital is located. And then I've got the final PZ is here, okay? Double balloon set. And it's putting them together is like, once you get them tied, that's the hard part. Putting them together is super easy, guys. You stick the first set like this, okay? You hold it with your hand. And the third set just gets stuck right there, and you've got a set of P orbitals.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay? And then, when you get your lasso made, all you got to do is lasso one balloon. Okay, we're going to lasso one balloon. We'll put a little cord around one balloon like that, and they'll snug right up in the center, and there you go. There's your balloon, P orbital, pet dog to carry around with you all day. Okay?
In every class.
In every class. Now look, a word of warning. If you start bouncing around in the hallways or in the cafeteria, you're going to be in trouble. So just be, careful with them. Don't go around people, are going to try to bust your balloons,